we did research, but I presented that we need world-class understanding internally. So the person to be nominated to do this work, that training is me and Elizabeth, and graciously we were shipped to Dubai for a period of time to understand how big malls are run. Yes.
But at this time, let's go back to that time of 2012.
So that's maybe now in 2013.
2013, when now this building is happening, or when you've gone to Uganda,
yeah,
Pearl Marina has been built,
yeah,
and Two Rivers.
No, they're also not being built. Oh, it's planning.
Oh, it's planning. It's
a lot of planning work, and the background work that happens to construction. You're doing designs, you're getting approvals, you're procuring contractors, you're raising money. So it's that period.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you involved in that?
Yes, I'm involved in that.
You're learning in the raising of money?
You're either supporting a presentation. You're the ones who do the things on the background. You're
so this is not a team with 100 people internal? No,
Centum, very few. We do a work of like 15 people. Back then, I used to, now I'm lazy. I used to work hard. I used to get to before the mall was constructed, because if there are board papers being done, presentations, you're the ones to do them. Mm. The people will do are the analyst or the people at that level. So the analyst, the lowest ranking person is me. So everyone is delegating. If there are changes,
it's you.
I'll do the changes first. So if you do a board report, and it needs to change, if the changes come at 11, you're the rest. You need to make them, send them back, get approval, print the papers, and then be ready for the meeting. Things like that. So, but it helps you. It helps you to be the last one, because you do all the hard work, you understand everything, and this paper cannot move without you. Even at the meeting, if someone wants to reference something,
it's you.
Yeah, you already know it. You're the one who is doing all of it, so you know slide 50, slide 20. You can quickly tell your boss slide 24. When questions are difficult, to tell him an extra one. So you're there. But what he taught me is used to get to the office very early. I wouldn't advise, but also leave very late, because in between you are doing all manner of things. You leave very late, you come back. I've ever even spent the whole night in the office.
Are you married at this time?
No, I have my wife now who are dating.
Oh, you're dating?
I think she was really unhappy with me. She was patient with me.
Yes.
I will not be the same. It took her grace.
Yes.
Yes.
But she also understood you.
I think so. She must have.
That's a certain kind of.
But what helped me when we were preparing reports, board papers, and we go to the meeting, we sit this side. My boss is management and the board that side, and you're going through the paper. I'm studying how they are presenting, and I'm studying how questions are being asked, and I'm formulating where the answer needs to be referenced to the content on the paper. On our research, I'm formulating the answer way in advance. So when Chris is asked a question, I know it's in which slide. So I push a note or say slide 20, and I push that to answer that question. So sort of you begin to understand, you deeply understand everything from an academic point and the content. You may not have been the one formulating what is being done, but now there isn't a meeting that can happen without you, because your boss trusts you so much that they will carry you around.
No, but then you got access into the room.
Yeah.
Not to speak, but then you created value of yourself.
Yeah.
That made you now, first of all, the access in the room that you got was just because you are the one who prepared the slides, lack of a better word.
Actually, I think it's a Centum culture. All of us join these meetings, unless now Centum RE has gotten big.
Yes.
But would all of us go? But then now, because you prepared the paper, you are critical
component.
The others who prepared, they're also there with you.
Yes.
But even the seating arrangement, you must be here. You must be somewhere
In the
in case
vicinity.
anything is asked.
Yeah.
You can quickly respond. You can quickly help with the response.
Man, and
Yeah.
you must have also internalized it
Yes.
with the understanding that anything is about to be asked. So you can't wing it. It's not like you can do it last minute, just kifua, because if you're asked and you don't know.
Yes, and these are business people, and business people have a unique way of thinking, and they have unique perspectives.
Man.
Yeah.
And not just any business. Okay, just because of, in celebration of him, at this time, are you in the same room with the late Dr. Chris Kirubi?
Yeah, the board meetings were there.
And what are you seeing as his brilliance? What is that thing that you're learning from him? Even before we come to James, because James, at least you still are in proximity. With him, what is this? What was the brilliance that made him who he is, in your view?
Just the ability to spot opportunity and to see money, or to see how our return will flow back. It's just a unique way of thinking.
What?
Yeah. Just, I can't explain it in real words, but an extremely unique way of seeing things.
He had the ability to see opportunity and how it's going to be turned into cash flow.
And even risk in a very strange way.
What? Okay, so go on with the story. So now you're going, throughout your story, the one thing that I'm hearing about you, responsibilities keep being added to you. And would I be wrong to say up until today?
Yes, if there is anything new happening or anything difficult happening, that will go around, but it will end up with Ken Mbae. That's how I position myself. So there's an acquisition, there's something that needs to be done, it will end up with Ken Mbae. The one thing I will do is I'll get it done, one way or another. So I sort of know who to go to. Wow. Yeah.
But where does burnout come then?
Then I didn't even know there was burnout. never figured out there was burnout. But there are a series of things that happen. So one day I'm just, we were there. It was on a Valentine's Day. And I just met Neri. She came to town. I was taking her for dinner.
Your wife now?
Yeah. There we were to meet outside internationals. But I receive a call from Chris. He says, James will call you. James calls and says, you need to go to Uganda. We need to start some works there. In Pearl Marina was being prepared. So I tell, and then that call ends. Then the PA calls me and sends me a ticket and the Bunson cab to go to the airport. I tell Neri, I have to go. There was no ifs, no buts. I go. I were at Hilton. I go back to internationals. I go with the last flight to Uganda. And I buy new clothes in Uganda. Stay there for how many? I stayed there for a while because we were doing new acquisition of land. We were doing fencing. There was a lot of work that needed to be done, but I needed to be on the ground. We were getting approvals from Wakiso, and we had a local partner who we were working with. So I was there for a while, moving from one hotel to another, but I got it done eventually, and that allowed the project to start. So I ran out to survive on my own. Use my own money there. I came back to Krem. I never gave an excuse. So that also now got that this character can be sent anywhere and get things done.
Wow.
Yeah. And so I set up Pearl Marina until groundbreaking, and then they recruited someone who could substantially, with better years of experience, and rockery, innocent to do the work. Then I came back.
Were you attending the version of land control boards in?
Would go and make presentations, but with the
local
Rigo team. Yes. But I went and came after 2 months or so.
What?
Yeah.
On Valentine's? Hey, bro,
yes.
How you got married? They will keep that one.
No, she stuck with me. And I had nothing. I don't know why she stuck. Nothing to offer.
she's so potential. Even maybe she needs to come to CT and tell us.
Yes.
Okay, so what then is the continue the story? So at least for Pearl Marina, I hear that after groundbreaking, your roles and responsibilities sort of came to an end.
Yeah, now I came back. I wasn't deeply involved, but I used to go.
You're not the one who brought it up, even though of course you had understanding of what was happening.
Everything that was put together to the point of groundbreaking, there I was deeply involved. I understood. Then we handed it over. It was done. Then I came back to Kenya. Then Two Rivers now is under construction. It's carrying on. I'm doing a bit of development work, meeting tenants, and just figuring out what else needs to be done. Then
so what conversation are you selling? So are you getting clients? Are you filling up the space? Are you doing pre-sales? Not pre-sales, pre-rent?
No. I wasn't doing pre-rent, but I was doing business development for additional projects that would come. Development management for additional projects that would come up.
In Two Rivers?
In Two Rivers.
Okay. It's good for you to say that. Again, I like painting context for somebody who doesn't understand. When we think of Two Rivers, we think of just the mall.
Yeah.
There is more than just the mall, including even where your offices are. So it's a whole ecosystem. In fact, it's a special economic zone, if I'm not... Special economic, what's the word?
Zone. So Two Rivers is a mixed-use development. It's a city. It sits on 100 acres. It has the mall. It has the residential. It has even a hotel, Holiday Inn.
Yes.
It has offices. It has all components of a city. And the mall is done. The offices are done. The residential is also done. People are staying there. Now all the other buildings are eventually coming up. So it's comparable to any major city in the world.
Wow.
Yeah.
I remember it was Two Rivers as the mall was the second largest mall outside of
South Africa.
Santon.
Yeah. Outside of the Mall of Africa in South Africa.
Or the Mall of Africa.
Yeah.
So again, what you guys are building, it's not like it's like this was unheard of at the time.
Yes. So in between, we were going for conferences out of the country. But then, as I was doing this development management work, we put together a write-up that the mall needs to have a management on completion. It needs to have world-class management because James was negotiating with Carrefour and the other tenants from Middle East who are big to come and set up. So we needed to have that high standard. And
make it clear, because we see Carrefour everywhere.
Yeah.
Carrefour was not in the country at that time.
No, it was not in the country. It came first to Rivers, then Hub.
Yes.
My understanding, yeah.
And it's important to say a mall, an anchor mall, what was it called? A mall, a
shopping center.
Yeah, shopping center. That's a very huge key component.
You can't start a shopping center without an anchor tenant, without either a supermarket.
Yes, a supermarket. That's the
one. You can't start that. It doesn't. 60% of the people who come there go to the supermarket, so they won't come. So anyway, it was starting. It was now construction had advanced, and we need management standards needed to be set up. But we did research, but I presented that we need world-class understanding internally. So the person to be nominated to do this work, that training is me and Elizabeth, and graciously we were shipped to Dubai for a period of time to understand how big malls are run.
No
So we spent time in those big city center, Deira, Mall of Emirates, city center, Maldives. Several months there.
With the management team?
We are trying to understand. Now we are there permanently on like an exchange program, trying to understand the processes of running a mall, the walkabouts that mall management team does, facility management. So we spent a lot of time there being trained, and because the company that owns this franchise of Carrefour was based there, and they are the owners of all those malls, so they gave Centum access,
full access.
So I got additional exposure.
But not just exposure, you are tooled in a way that is out of this world, because you got to ask all the questions you wanted.
And you're shown practically how it's done, security, everything, all facets of operation.
But there's something that I hate. Ken, you're a unique character. So, I like breaking things down.
Yeah.
Because sometimes we can enter the jargon. I don't like the jargon in conversations. So, what you're saying is, you are aware that we are going to complete this mall.
Yes.
But when we complete this mall, we need to hand over to, because we are going to have all these different tenants, there's somebody who needs to manage this mall. And your suggestion was, I've looked for the best professionals in this place. For example, a company like Knight Frank manages.
Yeah.
But the company looks at you and they say, no, it's actually going to be you and Elizabeth.
No, what we said, okay, we'll have a professional manager, a Knight Frank, abroad. There will be a team set up to manage. But even the owners need to have a deeper understanding of what is the expectation. So you need to benchmark with the best and run from the best.
Oh, I get.
So that you know, are you getting the best?
Or not.
Or not. And if there is a requirement, you can run it.
It is basically what you did before when the presenters were coming.
Yes.
And tell the engineers and stuff.
Yeah.
You were getting the skills so that when they tell you, you're like, no.
Yeah.
Benchmark it a bit higher.
Yes.
Wow. So who is the management company of Two Rivers now?
It's internal. It's in-house. It's a Two Rivers management itself.
So you did set up your own?
Eventually. Yes.
Okay. So you go to Dubai and you're there for like how long? What period of time?
Back and forth, like 6 months.
And while you're doing the setting up of this management team, are you doing other roles?
Yes, I'm doing other roles.
So it's not that let's go of all these other things I was doing?
No, I'm doing many other things. Then we come, we set the manuals, the standards, and a management team is established, and that carries on. Then, at the same time, 2015, 2016, Vipingo land is being bought.
Wait, Vipingo needs to be its own video. First of all, I'll tell you, I did something very crazy in 2014 or 2015.
Yeah.
No, it was 2015. With a friend, George Kagwe, we just decided we are going to go and film Two Rivers with a GoPro.
Yeah.
So we put up a GoPro, and that time it was under construction. And we went there, and there was a guy from Uganda who was actually there. And we wore the hats, and he walked us through the whole...
Sevume,
Yeah, who was he?
Samson Sevume, a young guy, an engineer. Yes.
Yes, so we got to see, and we did a full walkthrough with GoPros just to see the magnitude of what was being built.
Yeah.
I'm saying that in the context of it was locals who are running this.
It was run by young people.
Wow.
Yeah, so I wasn't deeply involved in the construction side. I'd been promoted a bit. I think now I was a development manager. I was at management level. Yeah. But focusing on the business side, not the construction side.
Okay.
Then at that 2016 or thereabout, Vipingo land is acquired.
Okay. Vipingo is going to be a video on its own.
Yeah.
Because I know.
But there will be a back and forth.
No problem. There will be back and forth.
Yeah.
But let's take a slight break. We come back. We continue now with the acquisition of land for Vipingo.
Yes.